everybody, it's Laura. Let's see if we can do like the first 5 or 6 steps of setting up a new website project in Dreamweaver, including connecting to the server. So right now I am on remote server, so I'm going to switch to local view. I've opened up Dreamweaver. I don't have anything for a root folder. I have not started anything yet. So I'm going to go to Site, New Site. And in here, this is my new site. Now, whether this is the Kinetic site, the Bistro site, whatever it is you're doing, just the name of the site you're working with. We're going to go to the local site folder, and I don't have one because I'm just doing an example. So I'm going to find my new folder, and I'm going to create a new folder. This will be my new site. So if this was the Kinetic website or the Bistro or the ATC site or whatever it is, you would find that folder. I'm going to choose that. That's my root folder. That's what's going to hold all of the files I'm working with. I'm going to click right on Advanced Settings and go to the default images folder. That's going to be where everything goes by default from Dreamweaver. So Dreamweaver will put all my images in there for me without any extra help. I'm going to make a new images folder. So I made an images folder, create, and choose that one. I can see the images right there. Choose. So now I have an images folder. I'm going to find my servers and make a new server. So new, student web. It's an SFTP site. I dropped it down to SFTP. I actually hit the down arrow, and that's why it clicked without seeing the mouse move. studentweb.nescom.edu, my login, so my username, my password. I test it to make sure I can connect. I've connected, and I don't have a root directory yet, so I leave it alone and I save it because I've told it this is how I connect to the server. Now that I have a connection to the server, I can go into my remote server. See where I go from local view to remote view? So the remote server. And on there, I have a ton of files. I know I do. You guys shouldn't have quite so many files, but that's okay if you have some. I'm going to make a new folder on here. So right-click, new folder. And this will be my new site. So my new site. So whichever site you're working on, you will put in a root folder for that on the server. So this is where you're going to take all the files you're working on your computer and upload them to the server. So my new site, I know what that name is now, so my new site, and I have to remember exactly how I capitalized it and how I spelt it. So I've got my new site all set up, my new folder. I'm going to go back to manage sites because I have to tell the server where am I going to put the root folders. I go into the server, go into where I defined my server, and put the name of that root folder that I created. And it's my new site. Test it to see, did I spell that correctly? Now that it is set up and it's connecting successfully, save, 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 done. The remote server says I don't have any files in that folder. I see that folder, and that's the folder I'm looking at now, but I don't have any files, and that's perfect because I haven't done anything. Switch to my local view, and I haven't done anything in this folder either, but I do have my images folder because I created it. If I wanted to create new files or import files, or if this had been a folder that I had gotten from the book and it had some files already, those files would be in here. Once those files are in here and I finish working, I can hit the refresh at the top. This synchronizes your files with the remote server. Not the one at the bottom, that synchronizes with the files on your computer locally. So if you uploaded something to the server, you use the up top one. If you've just dragged something into the folder on the computer on your local drive, then you use this one down here. So let's make a really quick new page. Hi, let's see. I don't want live, I want design. I'm going to stay in split, and I'm going to say, hi, this is my new website. Save it as index.html because every web page, the first page is index.html. Save. I now see that index.html right there. Go away. And I hit refresh to the server. I preview to see what it's going to send up there. And I click OK. And now my local site is fine. I switch to remote server. And my remote server has my index. I'm going to go back to local view so I don't lose it. And when I want to check my URL, it is my user ID at studentweb.nescom.edu. And the same exact capitalization and spelling, my new site for the root folder I just put all those files into. And there it is. If I have an index.html, it will give me that index.html. My new site is the directory on the server that I set up and told it that's where I'm going. This is the URL for this site for submission to the homework assignment. If I had a totally different folder that I put everything up for a brand new project, it would go in that new folder with a different name. Hopefully this helps, and I will talk to you guys later. If you do need help, please email me, call me, something. Let me know, and I will try to help the best I can.